Hey guys, Vince here from AutoIndustriya, and we are at the Seoul Mobility Show. We are at the Kia booth because they've got a very special reveal for us. It's big, it's an SUV, and it's 100% electric. They call it the EV9. So now, let's go check out the reveal. Now you can see the proportions of the vehicle right now. If anything, it reminds us of something like a Land Rover Defender. Of course, Kia also hasn't mentioned anything about the 4x4 capabilities of this, if any, but we expect it to have a variety of powertrains. So, well, at least drivetrains when it comes to all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. Now, looking at the vehicle, what Kia was really highlighting was the design. Now, look at the front. It's got a different interpretation of the tiger nose grille. It has actually something they call a star map grille, right? Because EVs don't really demand a lot when it comes to cooling. So that's why you can have pretty much a very solid front. And then Kia lit it up with LEDs in the back. You can see some of it right now. You can actually customize that depending on how you want it to look. Similar to some backpacks of some kids. So think of it like that. Something different, something very unique. Now, this is the GT line, but Kia says they're also working on a more powerful GT version for sometime in 2025, I think. Now, look, going around to the side, those door handles, of course, they do remind us of Land Rovers, the way they pop out. It's very, very similar in that respect. The wheels, of course, I mentioned, it looks kind of square, which is very unique. But yeah, look at the side of the vehicle. It looks like something ready for adventure. Now, like I said earlier, they never mentioned anything about range yet, not that I remember anyway. I don't think they mentioned anything about range or capabilities of the vehicle. So we'll have to wait for what Kia will say about these details like range and the like. But other than that, it's a very promising 4x4, well, not 4x4, 4x4 looking SUV. We'll see what it really has later on. But even then, yeah, very impressive. Now that the crowds have cleared, let's take a look inside the EV9. Now, once we pop open the door, like I said, this reminds us a lot of Land Rovers, so pretty cool. Sitting inside the EV9 for the first time, it is impressive. The seat, it's different. You sit a bit off, high off the ground because, like I said, being an EV, it has the batteries typically underneath, so you sit up off the floor a bit more than off the ground, a bit more than you normally would in many other cars. You got power seats in this one. You can adjust it to be high like an SUV. And then, here's the interesting bit. This one has an ottoman. So if I pull this up, see that? That's kind of, it's nice, but it's kind of strange to have that on the driver's seat unless you were parked for a long time. Now, the interior. It's finished in this nice shade of kind of grayish blue, at least in this light, it looks like grayish blue. So yeah, very, very nice. It's got a D-cut steering wheel, but the flat part is right up top, which is different. You have the gray trim right here, very interesting. You got things like adaptive cruise control, lane keep, all that stuff, volume controls on the right side. Your transmission control, or at least your drive control, is right here on this side. That's actually where your ignition button is as well on this side. This is big stock right here. It is not here, so it frees up space here in the middle. That's what it also gives you. Now, looking around the other parts of the dashboard, the screen here, like I said, it's about 12 inches right here, 5 inches here, and another 12 inches there. But what's really impressive is all this ambient light that they have going on with the car, which is very interesting. But the great thing about EVs is that it frees up a lot of space. It allows you to have a very flat floor, and that's what it gives you here. The floor here is flat. You have more space for storage and stuff. So there's a big tray down here, big cup holders, compartments here. It frees up a lot of space, big spacious seat. But what's unique here? The side mirrors. You don't actually have side mirrors, you have side view cameras. You have the display right there for whatever the mirror is showing. Yeah, that's Barney's hand right there, pretty neat. Same with the other side. There's a 2-panel glass roof here. You have glass up here, glass over there in the back. Very, very nice. Like I said, this particular one is configured in a 2-3-2 configuration. So 2 in the front, 3 in the middle, and 2 more, I think, in the very back. Now, that is something that is going to be key for something like the EV9 moving forward, because as we know, countries like ours, the Philippines, we do like our big SUVs, but same with other markets, particularly the United States. So if you're in the US, they will most likely offer this up for you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will snap it up. But how this really strikes me is that I think Kia made their own Land Rover Defender, and then they made it electric. Now, they haven't mentioned anything about the performances of the performance of the vehicle, but still, given that it's already impressive right from the showroom floor or the show floor, well, yeah, we expect a lot of customers to gravitate towards something like this, particularly the Philippines and I guess in the US. Judging by everything we've seen so far at the Kia booth, at the Seoul Mobility Show, basically EVs are the future and they're already here. Now, the EV6, the EV9, these are just the first few from Kia, but we expect to see more from them in the future, and hopefully they can bring more to the Philippines for us to enjoy. This is Vince of AutoIndustriya.com. Thanks for watching.